Hey guys, Carl here, Bunny's Garage. Today we're just going to do something pretty straightforward. Just an oil change on 2019 Holden, Colorado. Alright, so we'll get into it. See you shortly. Right, back again. Like I said in the intro, just going to do, it's pretty straightforward. It's the oil change, filters on this Colorado. This is my daily at the moment. Well, sometimes daily when I feel like it. It's just out here warming up. Get that oil nice and hot. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. But yeah, like I said, it's just pretty straightforward. Sort of might as well turn the camera on, since I haven't done anything for a while, and yeah, we'll get it done. I'll just wait for it to warm up now. Best thing to do before you do an oil change, make sure the oil's nice and hot. Just gets all the crap out of there. Alright, so we'll wait for that and then we'll get into it. Alright, back again. Still warmed up now. Oil's nice and hot, so you can drain that in a minute. Just thought I'd better put this flash new little drains in the wife brought home. It's been sitting here for months, I haven't used it. Now we've actually got room, and I suppose I better put together and see what it's like, eh? It's pretty bloody flash if you ask me. Look at that. You can't even see. Oh, down here. Look at that. It's got wheels on it. You can use it as a parts tray, or you put the big tin on, drain tin on there, and somehow it sits on here anyway. That way, like that. Look at that. You don't have to drag it out from under the car and spill fucking oil all over the floor. Nice little tray on here. Pretty cool. Look at that, eh? It's one of these ones. Look at that. It's pretty good. What does it say? 8 litre. 8 litres. Pretty cool. It's quite handy having a wife that works at a parts place. It's B&T. And here in Tauranga, so kind of comes in handy. Right, so like I said, we're just going to do a bit of a service on this, change the oil, which is not up here where I just pointed to, but you kind of get the idea, you know. We'll do a new air cleaner, oil filter, which I just found way down here. Well, not way down here, but down there, hiding in behind that hose. We're going to take the pipe for the air cleaner off, which doesn't matter anyway because we have to, so we can replace the air cleaner element. Then everything else is done underneath. It's a weird bloody setup too. I haven't seen cartridge type filters for bloody years. Thought they were old school, gone and done with. Here's all the stuff here, so Ryco filters. Got the 2 fuel filters. That's the part number there. Alright, look at this. Cartridge. Little plastic fucking thing on there. There's two of them. They go side by side. Underneath the car, of course. You know, not somewhere easy to get to. Then we have air cleaner. Alright, nice new air cleaner. Looks like an air cleaner. No surprises there. So part number there. Alright, like I said, they're all Ryco ones. And then we have the oil filter. It's the oil filter number. There. And just in case I didn't, which I know I didn't, that's actually it's a 2.8 turbo diesel. Alright. So if you got one of them and you're doing a service, these are the filters. And this is the oil filter. Look at that. Oh, seriously? Why? What's wrong with the old style oil filters, you know? Why go back to these weird things? Anyway, and then for oil we are using, I don't really like this shit, but apparently it's really good. So, okay. Anyway, it's a 5W40, it's what they recommend for these. Alright, 7 litre pack. All this shit, easily to get hold of. I got it through B&T here in Tauranga because it's easy. I just message the wife and she looks it all up on computer and brings it home. I don't have to go anywhere. It's like magic. So yeah, that's why I deal with them at the moment. So it's enough bullshit anyway. I guess it's time. Always take your oil cap off, put it up there. Just helps drain. And then you know that you still haven't put oil on it. Alright, down on the floor. Ooh, Ford Racing, eh? Ford Racing trolley working on a Holden. Cool. Alright, anyway, and luckily you don't have to take any of these skid pans off. That's a rattly bugger, isn't it? Why so rattly? Have to check, make sure they're all tight. Anyway, sit you here, don't fall over. Up here is where we're working. Alright, it's just was it 15 mil it was for the drain plug. Slide this there, eh? That's way too easy. Alright. Take that out. Dump the oil. Chuck that up on this flash little tray and let that drain. So that's draining. Just have a good look around. Which I did before, so I'll just pretend I'm having a look around now. Just pays to, lost my torch. Just pays to have a bit of a look around, you know, when you're doing this sort of thing. Just check everything. You know, this thing's, it's a 2019, it's only done, I think it's on 57, just over 57,000 k now. So it's still fairly low Ks. Well, it is low Ks. Lowest K'd car of your owned anyway. Let's have a good look in there. Make sure no boots are split. Nothing's looking broken or, you know. It looks pretty good. Alright, just based to have a check while you're under here. It's not every day you're laying underneath your car, is it? But anyway, we'll leave that draining and then we'll go up the top, eh? And we'll start sorting this shit out. Just give that a kick out the way before I stand on it and go for a skate. Alright, like I said, the oil filter is down underneath the air cleaner there. Down there, so we'll get this air cleaner off of here for a start. Alright, it's just 10mm, oh, there's 3 10mm holding this air cleaner element on there. One there, and one in the annoying place, of course. Because they always have to put one in a prick of a place, don't they? What else? Of course, it's jacked up and on stands, and even though I've got a bit of height in me, still makes it rather difficult to get on. Another thing I have to try and work out how to do once I've done this is actually got a little note that stays up on the dash at the moment to change engine oil. So this is actually overdue for a oil change. Screwdriver, just undo the little screw over here, holds the hose on. So yeah, it is actually overdue for a service. I don't know how overdue it is. It's a prick to get off of there. Of course, everything's on plastic. This hose goes onto another plastic bloody fitting. It's all just a bit of a pain in the ass. You can't get out with that hose in there, so you gotta take the other one off. They just make shit easy, eh? So I'm not really into new cars. They just make everything too hard. Well, so nothing's hard, is it? It's just harder than I want to work to do an oil change anyway. Yeah, what's wrong with all the old cars? You can just about climb in the engine bay, sit next to it. Filter's right in front of you. You just undo it, take it off, put another one on. What the fuck when this come off? What a pain in the ass. But yeah, now you just gotta take so much shit apart. Get really frustrated. And I don't want to leave it too much because, like I said, plastic. Just put that bolt back in the air cleaner so I can try and pull on it. There we go. Oh, bloody hell. What a mush. Right, that was easy, wasn't it? There we go. That's pretty grubby, isn't it? Alright. So, that's that. Let's give that a bit of a wipe in there. It's pretty... we live on a dirt road. You can see the amount of dust that's come into this air cleaner. Let's give it a bit of a wipe around there. Just seals up again nicely. Last thing I want is this motor to get filled with dust. You can see the air cleaner's definitely doing its job. She's all clean in there, so nothing's getting past, which is a good thing. Right, now, here it is down there. That's the oil filter. See? Alright, So we'll find a socket to put there. Alright, this was what was it, 27mm. Alright. There's your ratchet. Nice bendy ratchet, comes in handy. Alright, you just give that a bit of a, what the fuck? Because it's going to be tight as, there. Alright, she's tight all the way. And there it is. You see it? Pretty weird bloody setup. Alright. Get over here so you can have a look at this. That is black, isn't it? What am I doing? Somewhere there's another drain tin. No one here. Somewhere. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Yep, like I said, somewhere there's another drain tin. Oh, here it is. Right where I stand, you know. You just go back up here for a minute. Alright, so here it is. This is quite black. You must screw on there. No? Oh, no, just pulls on. Alright, see, there's that. Chuck that in there. So this got a wipe up. And over here, just make sure there's no shit on it. There's a little rubber seal around the edge there. Alright. Just make sure there's no crap on there. That's that done. Let's set that up there. Alright. Just come in here and just give that a bit of a wipe around there. A wipe further down, which is actually where that seal goes. You can feel a little groove where it winds down onto. So we'll just clean up around there. Like that. And get this new filter. Oh, there's a new seal for that too. Alright, nice new filter. There's a new seal. So I might as well whack that on there. So we're going to do a trip down to Wellington, which is a fair hike from Tauranga. Alright, just clean up in that groove. So yeah, I'll do a trip down there for some family stuff. So yeah, last thing I want was any bloody oil leaks or anything like that. Chuck the new seal on, just sits on there. Probably can't see it now because it's a black one. I like the orangey colour one there. Alright. Alright, and then this just goes back into here. Does it actually clip into anything, or just kind of sit there relying on hopes and dreams? Doesn't sit straight. Alright, there's actually another seal further down too. How this works. Where's me? Got my spectacles on so I can actually see, instead of pretending that my eyes are good. Stay far from it. Kind of looks like it should sit in there. Like that. There we go. It's a bit better. It was just looking a bit crooked before. Alright, there's got a bit of oil on these things. I mean, a bit of oil. There's oh, sorry, I just walked off halfway through saying something. There's a few seals. There's 1, 2, 3 rubber O-rings there. Alright, so I just put a bit of oil on them just so they're not going in dry, and I'm going to tear one up. Make sure it sits in there. Start on the threads. Make it look at my armpit. Maybe. And just wind it on down. And I think I might have fucked that up. Just for a change. Let's double check that before it goes any further. Oh no. No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. Shut up. No, I didn't. I just thought I had that big O-ring at the top in the wrong place, but no. Yeah, just be very wary when you put this back on, that when it goes on it actually seats that O-ring. You don't want to roll it up. Then it'll end up a bit on the piss, won't it? And that's guaranteed for an oil leak. Alright. And it has actually got some torque settings on here. 25, I think, is it? 25 Newton meters. Alright. Yeah, I think that's about that. Alright. So that's that done. We'll torque down to factory spec. I don't know why I don't just do it properly. I've got a torque wrench here. But it's on there and it's tight. Please don't over tight it, because late model shit, it's fucking plastic, it'll break. Alright, so oil filter's back on. Well, not back on, it's a new one, so it's on. It's torqued down to 25 Newton meters. Right, so what I'll do now, I'll just get back down under there. Alright. Chuck that. Chuck the sump bolt back in. The last thing you want to do is forget to put that in. Alright, so it's all drained now. It's been draining for a while. grab your bolt, always have a really good look around the edge there, make sure there's no crap. Alright, give it a good wipe, just make sure it is clean. You don't want any shit on that rubber seal there. I suppose it's something you could actually replace, couldn't it? Yeah, there you go, nice and clean. Alright, just give it a bit of a wipe up here. So it's got a nice clean surface to do up onto. Chuck this back in. There's my phone again. What a horrible sounding bloody notification. Alright, put it on. Grab your, what was it, 15mm. Get on the ratchet. It's probably a torque setting for this too, but there we go, just give it up. Like that. Torqued. Alright. You don't want to over tighten it, because the last thing you want to do is strip out your bloody sump bolt. That would really ruin your day. It would probably ruin your whole week. Now let's give it a bit of a wipe. Wipe. Let's see that one though. Can't actually hear it rattling while you're driving, but shouldn't be rattling. I guess it's just a thing, eh? Because it's tight. Alright. Look at that. Instead of dragging it across the floor and hitting rough spots in the floor, you just wheel it on over there. Out of the way. Alright, so that's that done. We'll chuck some oil in it now so that part of the service is done. Alright, I'll just go find some. Where is it? Give your funnel a bit of a wipe out. The kind of thing that always sits around, hanging on your wall or something. Little dust and shit in there. Alright, slap her in there. And chuck some oil in. Alright, apparently this takes 5.7 litres. I think it was. Some really runny oil, wasn't it? Thin. That is a 2 litres. Another 2 litres. There's some really thin oil. See, I used to have all this late model technology. I used to hold things where it really doesn't matter what you put in them as long as it goes. Well, you know, old everydayers. It's 4 litres, so we need another, what, litre and a half, was it? 4, 5, 5.5. It'd be 5.7, I think. Alright, so that is 4, 5, this will be 5.5 litres. Let's chuck that in, run it. It's 5.5. So just remember that. Still need to put a couple of litres, Jesus Christ, no. 200 mils in. But what we'll do is start it, run it, and then we'll top it up from there, alright? Because not everything you read on the internet is true. Remember that, guys. Alright. So, still got a air cleaner. We'll get all that all tidied up, start it, run it, and then we'll do the fuel filter. Alright, I'm just going to take a bit of a break. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, back again. Alright, I nearly forgot about yours. Came back from what I was doing and started putting the new air cleaner in. And then remembered that you guys were here. Alright, so new air cleaner's in. It's pretty straightforward. Alright. Make sure it all slides into where it's meant to go. Oh, it's a bit of a tight fit. Getting that to suck in there. Here we go. Get all these bolts started. Alright, like that. Tighten them down to the specified factory torque. There it is. Remember, it's plastic. I'm putting a bloody strong arm on there and cranking it down. Like a lot of people you see on the old internet lately. You got the little battery operated bloody lazy man tool, and they're doing everything up with it. Plastic shit, you know, you just want to get it in there, make sure. This one's a bit hard to get the socket to sit on. And plastic stuff, you just make sure, hey, you get it right. Don't cross thread it. Don't bloody torque it down to arm breaking bloody strength or use a rattle gun on it. Finally. Alright, now we've got this to chuck back on. Let's give it a bit of a clean up. Up around here. Alright, I'm just going to chuck a bit of, just run a bit of oil around inside that. Just run a bit of oil around there. Just so it's a bit easier to get on. This was a prick. Which way around did it go? Are you taking notice? Anyway. Just put a little bit of oil on there. See? Just slide straight back on there. Piece of piss. A bit of a wipe, you know. A professional on that. There we go. Screwdriver. Tighten these clamps down. There we go. Right, actually, I was going to leave this, run it, but got another little bit in there. We should make up what they reckon. 5.7 litres. Give it a bit of a wipe. Just give your cap a bit of a wipe. Make sure there's no shit on it. Alright. Chuck that back in there. Like that. Right, we'll just give it a start it up. Make sure there's no oil pissing out. No, I did do the drain plug. Alright. What's it on now? 50, if you can see, 57,000, gone now, 57,543, bonnet open, wow, thanks. Right, and park handbrake on, I'm gonna watch, make sure gets oil pressure correct. All lights gone off. Alright. That'll be enough. You just want to run it, just so it fills up your filter. Get the check on here, nothing's pissing out anywhere. Look down where the filter is. Alright. There's no oil pouring out of there. Whoa, we did something right. Alright. Now, just keep, oh, nearly stood in the flash where the drains in. That would have been fun, going for a skate. Flick the oil everywhere. Pull the old dipping stick out. Let's see how close we are. It's a long dipstick, isn't it? Alright, where are we? And we are bang on the full. Look at that. Bang on the money. Alright. So we don't have to worry about that now. We know that's done. Alright. Give it a bit of a wipe up. I said we live on a bloody 10 minutes of gravel road. And this shit gets everywhere, eh? Give it a bit of a wipe up. Make it a little pretty again. There we go. Alright, so oil done, filter done, air cleaner done. Alright, let's give everything else a check. A water bottle over here. That is there a full mark? Looks like it's on full, yeah, there we go. It's on full, right there. Alright. I know it needs some water in the squirties because it ran out the other day, so I'll just open that. Battery's all good. Give everything a little bit of a wipe, eh? Alright, so let's go and put some tools away from doing this. Empty this drain tin over there. Get that out of the way before I stand in it. And give you a new battery because this one's flat. And then we'll get under there and I'll show you where the, well, that was close on that. Scary. I'll show you where the fuel filters are. Alright. It's quite odd. Alright, see you shortly. Alright, back again. Just had a quick clean up and put some shit away. So, well, that's done up there. Apart from the water, remind me to do the water. Squirties. Alright, so we've got our fuel filters down here. Chuck them down there. Alright, now on the left hand side of the vehicle, we are now underneath. And alright, you get your front wheel here. And then front wheel, left hand front wheel, turn your head. Right here is the fuel filters. 1, 2. Right next to your transmission. Alright, pretty easy to find if you know where to look, which I didn't. I had to go and Google it because usually they're in the engine bay. Alright, and there's a little yellow plug here. Alright, which drains all that. So, you just undo this. Alright. Okay. Not much comes out, does it? Oh, there we go. Now something's coming out. That just drains the system there. Right, so that's drained. Grab your little ratchet here. Same size, 27 I think it was. if I remember. Yep, 27, same size as that thing for the oil filter. Alright, chuck it on here. And just undo them. Now I was doing my homework there. Oh, it's about knocked you over. Oh, there we go. And there it is. There's the fill filter. One of them. Because it has two. Because one obviously isn't good enough. Alright, we'll just leave that one there. Get this one out. Oh shit. He's got little plastic fucking sleeves around me. Who knows? Nobody knows. Alright, let's give it a bit of a clean. Make sure there's no shit in there because once again, you got rubber O-rings that have to seal up here. Alright, get your little drain bung. Give that a good clean up because that's got a little rubber O-ring on there as well. Alright, get a bit of a wipe in there. Chuck this back in before you forget because that would really suck balls, wouldn't it? You did all this and forgot to put this little bung in there, start it up and flood your garage full of diesel. As I was saying before, and then got sidetracked while I was doing my little Google search. Alright, that's in there, that's tight. Because I haven't done anything like this before, all the diesels I've done have been old school. Alright. So they have like usually one filter that looks like the old filters in a canister, steel canister. Not these weird little things. Might actually get something. We'll just check a bit up. Just to lube it up a bit. The rubber O-ring around the edge there. Alright, everything I've always done has the old school sort of setup. We got like a filter and a canister. Alright, and you got a priming pump on there, so you can just prime it with a little pump on top of the filter for the diesel. Get all the air out the system and get it all, you know, up there. But just late model things, they don't have shit like that. But apparently these have got a, what do you call it, a lift pump in the tank, so that takes care of that. You just cycle the key on a few times, and it takes care of all that for you. Alright, and then these got a torque setting. Alright, once again plastic. Put them on and just nip it up. Don't bloody snap them off, strip them or anything stupid like that. Alright, I think on here I seen earlier on, yeah, 20 Newton meters. If you want to really get down and dirty and talk it to the specs, but this is about 20, like that. Alright, it's probably slightly more than 20, but you know, there we go. I don't know how they work out all these specs and that, you know. All they do, just keep tightening shit up till it snaps and then go, oh, that was too much. We'll just back it off a bit. Is that how they work it out or not? I don't know. That's how I work it out anyway. If you go too tight and it breaks or strips, then you know when you fixed it that you screwed up. You should not do it that tight. Anyway, fuck. That's all done, clean, sorted, tight. New filters. Alright. Get back out of here. Alright, just coming here. Check the key in. I always take the key out just to remind you you're doing shit. Don't jump in and go to move it out the workshop or the garage and you haven't put oil on it or something. Alright, so you just turn the key on, let it do its shit. And so just turn it off, do it again, let it do its shit. You can actually hear that lift pump going. Alright, just make sure there's nothing pouring out underneath. No. Some tanks making some giggly noises. There we go. Alright, while it's running, just have a look underneath. Nothing pouring out. Check up here again. Nothing. Let's move the drain from out of here so that I can see and make sure there's nothing dropping on the ground. It all looks good. It's doing all what it's meant to do in here. Alright, back again. I've just been having a look through, trying to work out how to reset all this crap for the service. Alright, you just turn the ignition on. Alright, hold down this menu button on the indicator stalk. I'm sure this is how you did it. There we go. No. Why is it not working now? Oh, there we go. Push the end of the stalk. Alright, get to the car. Then use these little arrows here. And go through. Speed warning. Remaining oil life. Right, I don't know if you can see that. Remaining oil life. There we go. We want to press on here, set on the end of that stalk. Are you sure you want to reset? Then use the arrows, go up to yes, press yes. See, and now it goes to 100% instead of 0 before. Alright, so that's done. Turn the key off, turn the key back on, and that's sorted. Start it up. Now it only says service tyre monitor system. That's because it's got a buggered sensor in one of the tyre and one of the rims. But now it doesn't come up with the service thing, so that's good. This is bloody annoying. So I just need to get a new sensor for the, I don't even know what wheel it is, but one of them's got a problem. See, service tyre monitor system. So yeah, job done. Alright, so I know it's straightforward. You've probably all seen bloody oil changes done. You've probably all done oil changes. I just thought I would share this one because, yeah, it's kind of a weird one for me. It's a bit late model to what I'm used to working on. I haven't worked on anything newish for a long time. And yeah, I haven't seen a car with a bloody cartridge filter. That's just new. So, learn something every day. Pretty basic stuff, but if you don't know, you don't know. So hopefully this might help one person out. I don't know. But now it's time to clean up all my mess. Chuck a bit of a service sticker on here. So you can write on somewhere or whatever. I'm going to use these ones. JB Motors. It was the old man's workshop. Alright. That was his ute. So yeah, we'll send the ute around for a while because it's going to stick around. But yeah, anyway, that's it. Service done. Alright, I've still got to do the transmission, put a new filter in it, and new fluid, just so it's all up to date. And yeah, so yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps. Yeah, at least one person would be good. Even I had to search some stuff and work out how to do it. It's kind of odd, but anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, comment. That'd be good. If you are subscribed and that, it's pretty awesome. You guys are doing well, because I know some of these videos are pretty shit. But we'll get there, eh? So yeah, until next time, I don't know when I'll do this trans, so I might do it, I will do a video on that. So yeah, until the next video, look after yourselves, have a good one. Chill.